November 24, 1971. Thanksgiving Eve. 8:13 p.m. Somewhere over the Lewis River in southwest Washington, a man in a business suit, loafers, and a trench coat stands at the open rear stairs of Northwest Orient Flight 305. In his hands, $200,000 in cash strapped to his body. On his back, a parachute. Below him, pitch-black night, 200 miles per hour winds, freezing rain, and dense forest. He looks down into the storm and jumps. The FBI will launch one of the longest investigations in its history, 45 years. Over 1,000 suspects, 0 arrests. To this day, nobody knows his real name. Nobody knows if he survived. And most of the money has never been found. This is D.B. Cooper, the only unsolved hijacking in American aviation history, and the man who became a legend by disappearing into thin air. This is What If. November 24, 1971. A man calling himself Dan Cooper pays cash for a one-way ticket from Portland to Seattle. Dressed in a dark suit, he boards the plane, orders a bourbon, and calmly hands a flight attendant a note. It reads, "I have a bomb in my briefcase. I want you to sit next to me. You are being hijacked." He shows her the bomb inside his briefcase and lays out his demands. $200,000 in cash, for parachutes, and fuel for a trip to Mexico. Throughout the ordeal, he is remarkably polite, never threatening the other 36 passengers, who remain unaware they are being hijacked. After landing in Seattle, the money and parachutes are delivered. Cooper releases the passengers and, keeping only the crew, orders the plane to take off again. He sends the last flight attendant to the cockpit, leaving him alone in the cabin with $200,000 and a parachute. Somewhere between Seattle and Reno, the crew feels a sudden pressure change and the tail of the plane lurch upward. Cooper has jumped. He vanishes into a stormy, moonless night. When the plane lands safely in Reno, the cabin is empty. Gone are Cooper, the money, one parachute, and the bomb briefcase. All that's left are a few cigarette butts and a black tie. The FBI launches one of the largest manhunts in American history, codenamed NORJAK. They scour the suspected drop zone with troops, helicopters, and even in State Route 71 Blackbird spy plane. They find nothing. No body, no parachute, no money. No trace of D.B. Cooper. But here's where the mystery gets absolutely insane. Did he survive? Did he die? And if he survived, where is he now? Before I reveal the only piece of evidence ever found, hit subscribe. We cover legendary heists, unsolved mysteries, and the cases that still haunt investigators decades later, every single week. Now, let me tell you about the boy who found the money. For 9 years, the case goes cold. Then, in 1980, an 8-year-old boy digging on a riverbank finds 3 bundles of decayed $20 bills. The serial numbers match. It's $5,800 of Cooper's ransom. But the discovery, 20 miles from the drop zone, only deepens the mystery. How did the money get there? Did Cooper land in the river and drown? Or did he survive, bury the cash, and it was later washed away? Scientific analysis years later would suggest the money entered the water long after the hijacking, fueling the theory that Cooper lived. But it's the only physical evidence of the ransom ever found. Over 45 years, the FBI investigated more than 1,000 suspects. The most compelling was Richard Floyd McCoy Jr., who pulled off a near-identical hijacking just 5 months later, but he had a solid alibi. Other theories pointed to a former paratrooper who worked for the airline and a Vietnam vet with explosives expertise, but none of the theories ever stuck. In 2016, the FBI officially closed the case, concluding Cooper most likely died in the jump. After all, no experienced parachutist would jump into a freezing storm in a business suit with a parachute he couldn't steer. But if he died, where is his body? And where is the rest of the money? So here's the ultimate question. Did D.B. Cooper survive? The FBI believes he died, pointing to the impossible conditions. A storm, 200 miles per hour winds, mountainous terrain, and improper gear. But others argue he survived, citing the money found years later, which suggests he lived long enough to handle it. He was also calm and methodical, not the behavior of someone on a suicide mission. The truth? We may never know. What we do know is that D.B. Cooper pulled off the only unsolved hijacking in American history. He outsmarted the FBI for decades and became a folk hero. Somewhere, either in the forests of Washington or living under a new identity, D.B. Cooper got away with it. November 24, 1971. A man in a suit hijacked a plane, got $200,000, and parachuted into a storm. 54 years later, we still don't know who he was. We don't know if he survived. And we don't know where the money went. The only unsolved hijacking in American history. The perfect crime, or the perfect death. What do you think? Did Cooper survive? And if you were investigating this case, where would you look? Let me know in the comments. If this mystery fascinated you, smash that subscribe button. Next week, the art thief who stole a $100 million painting and mailed ransom letters for 20 years. You won't believe how it ended. Until next time, keep asking what if.